I'm Ryan Treadaway, and these are the 5 best accessories that you're not using in your home gym. Real quick, the criteria for this video is very simple. I wanted to come up with 5 accessories that I routinely use and find great value in that you may not have in your own home gym. First up, we have the Slant stack by the Tib Bar guy. It's kind of a combination of a slant board and then also a riser stack, which makes this an extremely versatile piece of equipment. You can use just the stack and do things like deficit deadlifts, deficit lunges, and things of that nature. Or you can add on the slant board and you can do slant board squats, calf raises, Jefferson curls, and all sorts of other exercises. And yes, technically you can mimic basically all the exercises that you can do with this by just putting plates under your feet. But having done that for years and then finally getting a slant board and stack combo, I can tell you that having a dedicated piece of equipment to do those things versus mimicking those with plates is a night and day difference, and I will not go back. Link for this down in the description, and for every other piece that I will mention will also be down in the description as well. Next up, we have the Kensui anchors and the monkey feet, and they do the same thing but a little bit differently. The concept is the same. It allows you to lift weight with your feet. It's just executed in a slightly different way. Kensui allows you to attach Olympic plates to your feet. You can attach to the bottom and then also to each side. And the monkey feet allows you to lift dumbbells with your feet. As home gym owners, we love versatility and maximizing the things that you can do in the space that you have. And this is near the top of the list in terms of adding versatility per square foot, because this stores away to basically nothing. You could even stick these in a drawer if you want, but this opens up a whole new world of exercises. Leg extensions, leg curls, glute kickbacks, lying leg raises, hanging leg raises, knee raises, reverse hypers, and the list goes on and on and on. I do have a dedicated review on the monkey feet, so if you want to watch that and learn what all you can actually do by strapping weights to your feet, I go in depth in an insanely large number of exercises in that review. I don't have a dedicated review for the Kensui anchors, but I will say between the two, it's really going to be dependent on your situation. If you only have dumbbells available, obviously your only option is the monkey feet. If you only have Olympic plates available, obviously your only option is the Kensui anchors. But if you have both available, it's a little bit of personal preference. I would say you're not going to go wrong with either of these two options, but for what it's worth, personally, I do find myself using the anchors more often than I find myself using the monkey feet. Next up, we have a tib machine and a tib curl bar. And you may be like, well, Ryan, those aren't accessories, those are dedicated pieces of equipment. And technically you would be correct, but this is my video and I make the rules, and I wanted to talk about these because this is an exercise, or a part of the body rather, that not very many people actually exercise. Not very many people do toe curls and work their anterior tibialis, and that is something that can really help people, especially if you have knee pain. So excellent exercises, and something that you should add to your gym if you don't already have one of these. And between the two, I do find myself using the tib curl machine significantly more often now that I have it versus the tib curl bar, because with this, once I start adding more weight on it, it's a little bit difficult to place it on my feet by myself. I have to get in position on the bench and then have Tracy pick up the tib curl bar and put it on my feet, and it's just a little bit less convenient to do. And on the rare chance that she's not with me during a workout, then I just can't really do this, or at least not easily. So I almost exclusively use this over that at this point. Kensui is making another entry on the list with the Kensui Swissies. These are very simple. You put these on a regular pull-up bar and it allows you to do a neutral grip. And they do have a grip on them, so they're not going to be sliding around on the pull-up bar. And due to the nature of how these just attach on there, you can slide these back and forth to get really whatever grip that you want when doing neutral grip pull-ups. And personally, I have a multi-grip pull-up bar 7 or 8 feet right off camera there, but I still find myself using these on a regular pull-up bar more often than I find myself doing pull-ups on the multi-grip pull-up bar. So I think that does say something about how enjoyable these are to use. And just as a side note, I love Kensui. I think they make amazing products. I don't think they make a single bad product, at least not one that I've ever used. And then off camera over there, I have the Easy Vest Max version 1 and version 2, which I've reviewed each of those on the channel and absolutely love those and still use those on a regular basis. And getting back to the point, Kensui has taken the Swissies to a whole new level, and they actually have an entire Swissie line of handles at this point. The version 2, which is really cool, which is just the same thing as this, but they've put a little eyelet on the top so that you can use these as cable attachments or using them as the version 1 and just using them for pull-ups. And they have different grip angles. They even have it to where you can rotate the handles now. So there's a whole bunch of different options if you're looking for a way to maximize a regular pull-up bar, or even if you're looking to use these as cable attachments, or if you want a combo that you can use both for pull-ups or for cable handles. So if you're in the market for adding more versatility to your pull-up training and then also in the market for cable handles, you can kill two birds with one stone. And before we get into the territory of me just sounding like an absolute fanboy of Kensui, we'll move on to the 5th entry, which is blood flow restriction cuffs. I'm not going to go into great detail about all the benefit of blood flow restriction training because I have covered that in depth in a previous video. If you want to know more about blood flow restriction training, you can watch that. But the basic version is there's a few different applications. It can help you with if you're training an injured limb, or if you just want to add a different type of stimulus to your muscle growth training, or if you don't have a lot of weight available, these can allow you to still get an effective muscle growth workout out of light weights. So a few really cool things that you can do with blood flow restriction training. And there's a couple of different options here. So you have the more basic option. We have the Ronin Wraps. The previous version of the Ronin Wraps was actually the first blood flow restriction band that I ever had, and then I upgraded to this version. I forget the name of this version, but I'll have it linked down in the description. It's very basic. You have your numbers on there so that you can get equally tight on each side. And then if you want to spend a bit more money, you can go with something like the Saga Fitness Smart Cuffs, which are pretty cool because they have these tiny little air pumps on them. It's basically like a blood pressure cuff. And then you strap them on there, you hit the button, it goes with an app, and you can dial in the exact amount of pressure that you want. And even if you have slight imbalances of size from your left arm to your right arm, or they make a leg cuff as well, so your left leg to your right leg, then you can say, hey, I want exactly this amount of pressure, and then they will inflate to a certain amount of pressure, versus with something like this with a number, you just kind of have to go off of feel if you have a bit of an imbalance from one side to the other. Before we end the video, if you're a busy parent and you want to work with my team and I to achieve your body transformation goals, the link will be down in the description. And if you have some odd accessories that you consider must-haves, make sure to put those down in the comments and I might just check those out myself. As always, God bless you and your family, and we'll see you next week. And I don't have a dedicated review for the Kensui anchors. A whole new world. That's a pleasant sound.